On February 14, 2019, a Kashmiri youth, Adil Ahmed Dar, conducted a suicide attack on Indian security forces in Pulwama, killing at least 42 soldiers. In a video address, he praises Jaish, a militant organization, for its resilience. As a consequence, Indian Air Force conducted airstrikes in Pakistan, claiming to hit terrorist launching pads in Pakistan-administered Kashmir. The Pakistan shot down at least 2 Indian aircrafts and captured one of the Indian pilot as a retaliation. Kashmir remains one of the most volatile places in the world, where two nuclear powers are at brink of confrontation every moment. Three deadly wars have been fought over the territory in 1948, in 1965 and in 1999, killing thousands of soldiers and civilians. Kashmir has a significant importance for both the countries, and neither of them are willing to compromise on its interests. For Pakistan, all its rivers originate from Kashmir, which India can use against it in time of escalation. Whereas, if Kashmir is liberated from India, it will set a precedent for the other independence movements going on in the country. In order to understand the issue, we must discover how it all began in the first place. Then the solutions to Kashmir conflict can be given. In 1947, Pakistan and India got independence from British Raj. According to the partition plan, the areas with Muslim majority went to Pakistan, whereas with Hindu majority remained with India. At the time, Kashmir had internal autonomy order under Maharaja Hari Singh, the Hindu ruler. Kashmir remained independent for 2 months after the partition as a result of standstill agreement of the Maharaja with both India and Pakistan. But things took a turn in October 1947 when Maharaja confiscated armaments from Muslims formerly part of British Army. This started an uprising in the valley strongly supported by the Pashtun tribesmen from Pakistan. The Maharaja sought help from Indian government, which they provided as he signed the instrument of accession with India. From that onward, things have only gone worse between India and Pakistan. During 1948 war, Jawaharlal Nehru, the Indian Prime Minister at that time, promised a referendum in Kashmir. However, this promise was never fulfilled. India maintains around 700,000 troops in the valley, with reported human rights violation, rape and killings. As important as the issue is, one seldom hears about the solution which could lead to the dispute resolution. This video will tell you about how the problem can be resolved. Number 1. International borders. One option suggests that the line of control LOC declared as international border, that is Pakistan administered Kashmir remains with Pakistan and Indian administered Kashmir goes to India. Indications are that this option may be acceptable to India, but Pakistan and Kashmiris might not accept it. Number 2. The implementation of the UN resolution. Another straightforward solution would be the implementation of the UN resolution on Kashmir, leading to the plebiscite, which would give the Kashmiris a choice to either India or Pakistan rule. This option is unacceptable to the Indians. The third option is independence. Another option would be to have an independent Kashmir with its own sovereignty. Leader of Jammu Kashmir Liberation Front Yasin Malik is a staunch supporter of this option. Although this is a very popular stance in the region, chances are that both India and Pakistan would still use their influence on Kashmir, leading to a proxy war. The fourth option is religious segregation. In 1950, Australian diplomat Sir Owen Dixon put forward a plan to redraw the boundaries of Kashmir on religious lines. He saw River Chenab as a natural border. This way, Hindu populated areas would go to India and Muslim populated areas would go to Pakistan. A major flaw with this option is that it could lead to a massive migrations, ultimately leading to another crisis. Number 5. The Andorra Model. In 1998, Kashmiri American businessmen assembled a group of policymakers and academians which presented a solution to the issue of Kashmir on the pattern of Andorra. The plan suggests that the line of control will remain intact, but the area would be demilitarized and free access to Kashmiris from both the sides would be ensured. Besides these options, there are several other solutions to the Kashmir issue as well. But the real problem is not the lack of actionable solutions. It is the lack of political will and courage from both India and Pakistan. War is not the solution to Kashmir issue. India and Pakistan must come to the dialogue table and solve Kashmir issue through talks. But for this, both sides must show some flexibility.